Have you ever asked yourself whether your car needs a bull bar or not? Well, that's an excellent question, and it gets to the heart of differentiating between different types of vehicles and their needs. But the short answer is no. The average passenger cars, they don't need a bull bar. In fact, installing one can be more harmful than helpful. Let's begin by defining what a bull bar is. A bull bar, also known as a push bar, grille guard, or a brush guard, is a device mounted to the front of a vehicle to protect its front end from damage in collision with animals, brush, or other obstacles. However, this is not recommended on majority of the cars. However, for specific vehicles and use cases, they can be essential equipment. Let's break down on when you need a bull bar and the pros and cons of owning a bull bar, installing a bull bar on your vehicle. Well, first let's have a look at when you do not need a bull bar. For majority of vehicles, we have said, for vast majority of people driving on paved road and in cities and suburbans, a bull bar is unnecessary and comes with significant drawbacks. Let's mention some of them. Number one, there is a safety hazard. Modern cars are designed with crumble zones and pedestrian impact safety standard. A rigid bull bar completely disrupts this engineering. In a collision, bull bars prevent the car crumble zones from absorbing impact, transferring more force to the passengers. And bull bars significantly increase the risk of severe injury or death to pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists. Bull bars also can interfere with airbag sensors, preventing them from deploying correctly. So that is why we say bull bar can be a safety hazard. Number two, it increases weight and reduce efficiency. Bull bars are constructed from rigid metal, so bull bars are heavy. Adding one can hurt the car's fuel economy or electric range if you are driving an EV. 3. There is potential for more damage. In a low-speed fender bender, a bull bar can transfer force into the vehicle's frame, causing more expensive damage than a simple bumper replacement. And number 4, legal restrictions are there. In many countries and regions, especially in Europe and Australia, bull bars on passenger vehicles are heavily regulated or outright banned due to their danger to pedestrians. So, on some countries, it is illegal to install bull bars on your vehicle. But there are few cases when you need a bull bar. So let's have a look at that case when you may need a bull bar. This is for specialized uses. There are legitimate reasons for having a bull bar, but they apply to a smaller subset of drivers. Number 1 is when frequent animal strike is suspected. If you live in an area with a very high density of large wildlife, could be deer, could be moose, it could be kangaroo, a properly designed row bar or deer bar can prevent catastrophic damage to your radiator and engine, potentially allowing you to drive away from an impact. The other cases when there is serious off-roading. For overlanding or extreme off-roading where you are. If you are driving through dense brush that can damage the headlight and grille, if you are bullying your way through small trees and obstacles, and if you are needing a solid mountain point for a winch, off-road lights, or antenna. That is when you need a bull bar during serious off-roading. And sometimes on some work vehicles, bull bars are required. Vehicles used on farms, ranches, or construction sites where front-end impact with post equipment or livestock are more common. If that is an occupational hazard, you might be requiring a bullbar. The vehicles that typically use bullbars are 4x4 trucks, SUVs for example, vehicles like Toyota Land Cruiser, Ford F-250, all those off-road vehicles, and serious off-road vehicles like Jeep Wrangler. These are built for rock crawling. Those are some of the vehicles that typically use bullbars. If you need protection for your car, consider this instead of installing a bullbar. For the average driver concerned about minor parking dings and low speed bumps, look onto this alternative. You could go for parking sensors and cameras. The best defense is avoidance. So you can go for parking sensors and cameras, and a front lip protector could be used. A clear or rubberized film that protects the bumper from stone chips and minor scuffs could be installed on your vehicle. And you can also opt for a nudge bar. This is a smaller, lighter, and usually more convenient bar that offers minimal protection for lights and grille without being as aggressive or dangerous as a bullbar. So, what do you say? Do you need a bullbar for your car? Unless your daily drive involves serious risk of hitting large animals or you are navigating extreme off-road trails, the answer is almost certainly no. You don't need bullbar for your vehicle. It is generally a cosmetic modification that compromises your safety, the safety of others, and your vehicle's performance. For legitimate needs, choose a modern, professionally installed bar designed to work with your specific vehicle's safety system. Well, dear viewers, that is all we have for you regarding bullbars. We try to answer whether you actually need a bullbar for your vehicle or not. If you find this video helpful and if you like what has been presented, don't forget to smash the like button. If you are new to this channel, please do consider subscribing, turn on notification so that you will be the first to get notified whenever we come up with another video. Until then, stay safe.